Hello and welcome to this first lecture of the new section, new topic, risk assessment in this course on Master in Solution Architecture. So in this section, we will help you learn how to assess the risks associated with proposed solution. And that process should help you become a good solution architect. And we will begin in this lecture by talking about how to identify potential risks and challenges associated with your proposed solution that you have designed, right? Right. So, question is how to identify these potential risks and challenges that are associated with your proposed solution. Any thoughts? See, let's look at the risk identification process. How do we identify potential risk and challenges? And there is a risk identification process, and let's look at the many steps that you need to take in that process. One thing that can help you identify the risk is by brainstorming sessions, by conducting the brainstorming sessions. And there you need to gather key project stakeholders for brainstorming session to identify potential risk. Now, your best friends, your best critics will be your friends in this process of determining risk because they will look at your proposed solution a lot more critically than your friends or colleagues that are very friendly to you. So be sure to include your critics as critical or critics in this project holder stakeholders list. Now, what you do in this brainstorming guidelines, quickly take you through, and you can take a look at it later by downloading this file. Set a time limit for brainstorming. Normally, a 45 minutes to an hour or 2 hours is good enough. And start with the assumption that all ideas are good ideas. So, nothing's to be evaluated. Do not judge an idea when presented to the group by anyone in the team. And do not talk during the silent brainstorming session when people are thinking. Record all brainstorming ideas. Take turns while presenting the idea and assign a monitor to keep the brainstorm focused because it can go haywire. So that's quick tips on how to do the brainstorming session. Then another thing is to do a SWOT analysis of your proposed solution. What are the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats? And there are many questions as you see here, which you can come back and take a look at to determine what are your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And your weaknesses and threats are the things that you need to look at in terms of looking for possible risk there. So there are like what can be improved, what are customers or partner dissatisfied about, etc. Yeah, the questions that you need to ask. And again, it'll be good to ask these questions in a group so that you get lot of diverse views on what your strengths, weaknesses are, and then you come to a a common perspective. Also, you can review data from similar past projects to identify common risks using the historical data. There you understand the historical trends about the industry, about the solution that you're looking at, identify what are the risks in that, and assess the impact of external events that can happen in the industry and evaluate the performance of your investment in that proposed solution. Also, you can consult subject matter experts to gain insights into the potential challenges. So there are people who have done this, been there, and you can show your solutions to them and get their views on what are the possible pitfalls in this project. And you can use a combination of consulting to SMEs with a SWOT analysis of your solution so that you get a good view of the possible risk there. Create a risk register as you see here, which is basically which has a date, risk has been raised, risk description, likelihood of the risk occurring, impact of the risk occurs, severity based on both of these. Both are high, then your severity becomes high. The owner who will manage the risk, and later on when you develop mitigating actions, you can even record in this. So create a risk register to systematically document, identify risks, their impacts and likelihood. Regularly review and update the risk register throughout the project life cycle. You need to take the steps as you see here, regular review, communication and collaborating, documentation, and lessons learned and continuous improvement. So monitor and keep updating your risk register. Another tool that you can use is scenario planning, in which you consider various scenario, what can happen as a result of your solution development, and assess their potential impact of the project. So with the steps in the scenario planning technique, you can come back and take a look at in the PDF file. So having looked at what are the various tools, methods that you can use to identify potential risk and challenges, we will now look at in the next lecture how to develop mitigation strategies to address the risk and ensure the project success. So thank you so much for watching this first lecture on risk assessment. I hope you're continuing to learn new things, continuing to enjoy, and I do look forward to see you again in the next lecture. Please feel free to message me if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer them. And also download the PDF file in the resources section so that you can take a look at some of the detailed diagrams that I had referred to you.